What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Paste Studio here in Midtown Manhattan, New York City. We are broadcasting to you live from Manhattan Center on 34th Street, as always. And with us right now is a very special singer and songwriter. This is Madilyn Bailey.
Hi. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming to Paste. We're really excited. I've been listening to your music for like years and watching videos on YouTube. But the thing now is a single that's all yours. It's called Tetris.
Yeah.
Came out last week. It's a really great song. I'm excited to hear that one today. I think you're gonna do another one, a cover of a Sia and a David Guetta song.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited to like ask you about your songwriting and stuff. But let's start it off with the song.
Awesome. Amazing.
What are we gonna open up with?
We're gonna open up with a cover of She Wolf by David Guetta and Sia. It's a little. Maybe like 5 years ago this one was released, but I think the guitar is pretty fun. So.
Yeah.
Shot in the dark, a past lost in space. Where do I start with the past and the chase? You wanted me down like a wolf, a predator. I thought I was part of you. You loved me and I froze in time, hungry for that flesh of mine now. But I can't compete with a she-wolf who always brought me to my knees. What do you see in those yellow eyes? 'Cause I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. Did she lie in wait? Was I bait to pull you in? The thrill of the kill you feel is a sin. You lay with the wolves alone. It seems I thought I was part of you. You loved me and I froze in time, hungry for that flesh of mine now. But I can't compete with a she-wolf who always brought me to my knees. What do you see in those yellow eyes? 'Cause I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. Falling to pieces. Falling to pieces. You loved me and I froze in time, hungry for the flesh of mine. But I can't compete with a she-wolf who always brought me to my knees. What do you see in those yellow eyes? 'Cause I'm falling to pieces.
Thank you so much, Madilyn.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that was a song. It was called She Wolf, which we know, and it is one of many, many covers that you've done over the years on YouTube and elsewhere. But I think most people have seen your videos on YouTube. You're the one of Titanium from, I think it was 2015.
Yeah, it'll be 6 years ago in June. That
Really?
I posted it. Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe it seemed like not that long ago.
In November it'll be a decade on YouTube for me.
Wow, and that has
crazy.
been like basically a career. I
Yeah.
mean, on YouTube, and it started out pretty like innocently enough, like putting up videos on YouTube, and then it sort of just like snowballed, I guess. But you know, what I was really interested in is because you know you have this new single out. It's called Tetris, and there was an EP of original material you put out in 2016. It was called Wiser.
Yeah.
And so you know, I wonder, like, now that you know you have a new song and you are continuing to write songs, you've made your name on like doing these amazing songs by these like world famous rock star, pop star artists.
Yeah.
So when you sit down to write a song, like, you know, has it sort of changed the way you think about songwriting, or how you know, ideas you want to take, sounds you love to use? Like, how does what you've done so far factor into the way you create?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that by me covering every #1 song for the past, you know, 6-8 years, that I've learned a lot about why songs are hits and what elements in them are consistent, what feelings are consistent, what concepts are consistent. A hit is a hit, and it's not a mistake why it's a hit.
Yeah.
And so it definitely has shaped how I write as a songwriter. But I mean, I think even from when I was a kid, I think pop music was just like, it caught my heart. I was like, man, what you can accomplish in 3 minutes and 30 seconds is crazy. And then what I started realizing is that because melody is such an essential part of songs, some people or like some songs tend to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And have very meaningless lyrics, but they have a really cool melody, and you want to dance to it and sing to it, and you can't help it.
Right.
And so I was like, I feel like if I can figure out how to put like these crazy, colorful, and meaningful lyrics that like Lana Del Rey puts in a song with these incredible melodies that like Sia can sing on any song, if I can combine the two of those things, I think that I'll have something pretty special.
Yeah. And so as you know, so you wrote the EP in 2016. I think that Tetris is the first single, that like the first proper single that you put out into the world.
Yep. So
tell me a little bit about this song. You know, what was it that sort of made its way into this idea?
Yeah, so Tetris is a song that I wrote about making a lot of wrong moves in relationships, kind of like a really bad game of Tetris where you just start putting the pieces into the wrong places, and then it like spirals out of control and it's like game over. But then every once in a while you play a game of Tetris where it's like, oh my gosh, everything's fitting into place perfectly. This is so easy. I'm so good at this. And that's how I feel like it is when you're in a relationship with somebody who you are compatible with, where it's just like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. Why were all my other relationships so hard compared to this one that just makes sense? And when I was writing Tetris, like the first thing that came to me was this title. I was like, oh my gosh. You know, first you like Google it and you're like, has anybody ever used Tetris as a title? No, nobody has. Cool, it's mine. So Tetris was the idea, and then I spent weeks kind of like picking little quirky words. Like I knew I wanted to have like yin and yang in there, and I knew I wanted to have like our broken pieces could make a symphony. Like I had these kind of lines going into the session, and then when I walked in the session and he played the first chord, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're writing Tetris today. This is it. This is the day I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, is this something like, you know, have you for all these years, I mean, have you been piecing these songs together all along, or was there a point where you really decided like, I really want to put together my own music now?
Yeah, I mean, the goal was always to put out original music, but I also understood that because I was covering #1 hit songs, that the songs that I came up with had to be on the same level as that, which is very difficult for, you know, a 16-year-old who's doing covers on her bed to be able to put out myself. Yeah, so it definitely took many, many years of development, many, many years of co-writing, but what YouTube allowed me was to be able to do music full-time while developing myself as an artist, which I think was really cool, because there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that nobody sees.
Yeah.
You know, I put these covers out, but I'm, you know, in writing sessions 3 or 4 days out of the week, plus studio sessions for the covers, you know.
Right.
So there's a lot of development that happened behind the scenes.
Yeah, there have been a lot of albums. I mean, I don't know if people realize, like, there have been like entire albums of covers that you have released. I mean, do you see yourself now, you know, leaving any of that behind and making your own full collection records?
Yeah, I mean, I think what's interesting about today's era of music is that because of the Spotifys and the Apple Musics, I think that singles have become more of a way that people enjoy to digest their music.
Yeah.
I understand the importance of an album, and eventually there will be an album. This is leading to something eventually, but I don't feel the need to like commit to an album at this precise moment, because what it allows me to do is make content like I've been making in the last 10 years on YouTube, where someone puts out a song, I go into the studio, I cut a cover of it, and I post it 3 days later. Like, I want to be able to do that with my originals, too. I want to be able to write a song like Tetris was written in August. So between August and now, we put together the production, the artwork, the music video, the lyric video, and then put together a whole marketing strategy just in a few months. And so what I can do is turn around more meaningful singles like more quickly, which is exciting.
Yeah, totally. So we're going to do one more song, and that song is Tetris. We've already sort of talked a lot about it.
Yeah.
Like, normally this is where I say, like, so tell me all about this song. But we've kind of gone down that road. If there's anything else, you know, about the song you'd like to intro it with, you know, go for it.
Yeah, all right. This is Tetris. You can stream it on Spotify. And the music video for Tetris will actually be coming out on March 2nd, which is cool. I do like a little bit of like choreographed dancing in it. I'm not a dancer, but it looks good. We got that push, that pull, that friction. Yeah, we got that yin, that yang, juxtaposition, side by side. I feel like you could ride with me, symbiotically. Take our broken pieces, make a symphony. You and me, playing Tetris, bodies on a mattress. How we fit together, how we fit together. Perfect messes, damn, all of your edges. How we fit together, how we fit together. We are a walking contradiction. Yeah, I feel your fingertips in high definition, learning all your twists and turns so carefully. Your anatomy, take our broken pieces, make a symphony. Yeah, you and me, playing Tetris, bodies on a mattress. How we fit together, how we fit together. Perfect messes, damn, all of your edges. How we fit together, how we fit together. Bodies on a, how we fit to your anatomy. Fit together, how we bodies on a, how we fit together. Feel the chemistry when you're kissing me. There is poetry in our symmetry. When you move with me. When you move with me. Feel the chemistry when you're kissing me. There is poetry in our symmetry. When you move with me. When you move with me. Playing Tetris on the matrix, yeah. Playing Tetris on the matrix. Playing Tetris, bodies on a mattress. How we fit together, how we fit together. Perfect messes, damn, all of your edges. How we fit together, yeah. Bodies on a, how we fit to your anatomy. Fit together, how we bodies on a, how we fit together, how we fit together.
Thank you so much. That is not an easy song to sing.
No, it is not.
You're sort of jumping like almost octaves in there.
Yes, I'm very aware. The first day of rehearsal for this song, I was like, no, Madilyn, what did you do?
Yeah.
How are you ever going to be able to sing this live?
Yeah, well,
I actually had to have like vocal lessons specifically for this song. So
really?
I could,
to jump into falsetto and then like back down?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, you pulled it off.
Thanks.
So like, you know, now I imagine that you're probably thinking, you know, the next Madilyn Bailey is going to wind up covering that song and like go totally viral, and you're going to be like the Sia of the equation.
Well, I can only hope.
Yeah, right, exactly. That was 2 songs by Madilyn Bailey. The first one was She Wolf by Sia and David Guetta, which was on one of your collections from years ago. And the second one was Tetris, which is a new single, came out last week, an original song, and not the first of many, but an early original song in a career that will have many more, I'm sure. And the video for that comes out, you said March 2nd?
March 2nd. Yay.
March 2nd.
Yep.
All right, so everyone look out for that. You can hear all of this music and a lot more on Spotify and, of course, on YouTube, where there are lots of videos to watch.
Oh, yeah.
And many, many people have watched them. So, Madilyn, thank you so much for coming to Paste.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And playing in our studio. And congrats on the new single. It sounds great. And we look forward to hearing many more.
Yay.
And come back and sing them for us.
Yes, of course.
When you have
Anytime.
them. All right. Yeah, thank you.